I have not seen anything more closely than his house, and I have seen it for last 42 years. Change, adapt, readapt, alter, and there are some constants in that house that have a quality of timelessness that you can't really find in most projects, not just his, but most projects of contemporary Indian architecture.
My mother-in-law, who was with us for 38 years. So many things I learned from her. Humility, simplicity, very simple life. When she came here and she lived with us, everything was with her, the keys, but when she passed away, in the cupboard there was nothing of her. There was only one small suitcase, black, with 5 saris and 5 blouses and 5 underwears. She was fantastic. So one learns, all the time, and I think that's what makes the family. This is an Indian way of sitting, and there is a storage here. And then this is the tray. So this is what it is. So sitting is there, so I sit here with Scott, I squat here. I sit like this, always. I enjoy doing this. So I have Indian style and other people have the Western style, so it combines both the worlds. If you are here, you are completely private, you see the garden and I am not disturbed by any visitors. But look at the gardens. I have diary from 57, 67, 1966, 95.
Wow.
And then there are these all kinds of collections, no? Wow, these children, no? My grandchildren were there.
Oh yeah.
See, this is Manisha's drawing. People forget that one has to have a very small but a very nice place for children from the age 1. It changes their life totally. They become human. They become sensitive, they become compassionate, and they will never hurt anybody. And they will be still alive.
Whenever there was any exhibition or music concert or anything, he used to say, just don't go to school, but come and see all these things. And I think he's a great father.
He understands the pulse of his children, like he knows, whenever we are not in a mood or when we have a mood, he will realize immediately.
And till today, my daughters are married, but till today, he is always with us. Every day we talk to him.
These windows actually open like this, okay? So advantages are that if you are sitting here, you get the garden. when I see these birds and animals here, I think this is all God's grace, that I am sitting here. So that's why the monkeys are allowed and everybody is allowed. And incidentally, then we allow friends.
Well, I think I'd like to really congratulate Doshi for all you've done. And first of all to the school and all the things we've been discussing, but also to reach 80 years old. That's a great achievement, and to do it with all these things thriving, including your children and grandchildren. That's wonderful.
I spend all my time, even now and whatnot. I think actually credit goes to my wife mostly. Otherwise, I would be like anybody else, quick money and all that. Thank God, she wanted once upon a time to go to Bombay, and we did not go, but she doesn't repent anymore. Because she...
Bombay?
Yeah, in the beginning only, because she belongs to Ahmedabad. But then now, she knows Bombay and other places, she says it's not good to go anywhere. It's better to be here, quiet place. But no, I think... but I tell you one thing. Human being, by nature, is a compassionate, lovable animal. Highly sophisticated.
Actually, Corbusier has played an important part in this meeting. Because of his building, he came to Ahmedabad to supervise. He was in Chandigarh, and he decided to come to supervise this building. And my brother is a friend of Shodhan, and he's a chemical engineer. So they used to meet how to paint and what this. And my brother introduced me to Doshi, and we used to meet very often. And then we decided to get married.
Yeah, yesterday my mother was not well, and I went straight from the airport to spend a night with them. And at 11 o'clock at night, he was doing each and everything for my mother, giving her water, giving her medicine, giving her food. If my mother wears a new sari, he notices and he said, "Oh, what a beautiful sari, you are looking so beautiful." He has time for each and everything, for each of us. Every wedding I do, I am not bothered about the client, I am bothered about my father. He says pass, pass. If he says fail, it's fail to me. I think we are just blessed to have him. It's just, must be some past lives karma that we are born here.
So thanks, Radhika.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
And you have all of us are very fortunate that we get a chance to be with you.
No, and an outsider, I see hundreds of students feeling so blessed. So you can imagine how, we must be feeling as all the time. It's just fantastic. He would babysit my children if I have a meeting. He would do anything. I don't know how many, I'm sure other parents also do it, but he always had time, And I think, one thing which I really remember is all my childhood, we would get up with the music. Even today, I got up with the music in the morning. He got up maybe at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. The music is on 24 hours, and he opened the door, and it is on. And he would specially make, put the music when I go to spend the night, the one I like. In the morning he would get up and put the music. But it's every day we would get up with the music throughout our life. And I would order him. I would be sleeping. I would say, "Papa, put this music," and I would lie down for half an hour, listen to the music and get up. Really pampered. And people used to say that you are spoiling your daughters. And he says, "Love cannot spoil anybody, and I have 3 princes."